Please subscribe and share this video with your friends. This is Marni Battista from datingwithdignity.com. Welcome back to the Dating Den. I have the wonderful, handsome, fresh for 2015, Rich Finley with me.
Kind of fresh.
No, you're fresh.
Yeah.
You're like,
My
we
attitude.
bring men in here, we just use them and lose them and bring them back again.
It feels so cheap.
I know. Yeah. Anyway, it's the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I think as a single person, I remember being like, this is my year. I'm finding love. And so I want to start out with a really poignant question back at you. So, what are you going to do differently? Right? Because to change your results, you have to change either a thought,
right,
a feeling,
right,
or an action.
Right.
So what? Well, I'm gonna take it deep because you go deep. So if you,
Sure. I have to, ladies.
He's single. I can't help it. Okay. So what are some thoughts that a woman could change? From like, oh, dating is hard. It's never going to happen to me. Mm-hmm. What are some like really good mindset tricks? What could she do to actually start believing and living like, this is the year it's going to happen for me? What could she do?
I think anytime you try to make something happen, that's almost the last thing in the world that's going to occur.
Okay.
In other words, you're going to try and make a relationship happen, or you're going to try and get this guy to fall in love with me or whatever. I think, the start of the new year, it's very cliche, but everybody talks about their New Year's resolutions
right.
and all of the new things that they're going to do in the year. I think it's really important to reflect on the past and figure out, like if we're talking about where you can meet people, look at where you've met them in the past. If all of your past boyfriends you met in a bar around 1:45,
right,
maybe it's not the best place to be meeting boyfriends.
Well, one of the actual tools that we have at Dating with Dignity is called the Costanza.
Okay.
It comes from a Seinfeld episode. You kids out there that don't know Seinfeld, go ask your mom and dad about it.
It's really fun.
But, George walks in. Did you see this episode?
Yeah, I know of it.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's like, everything I've ever done has never worked, so I'm going to do the opposite. So he ends up going up to this really beautiful girl, and he's like, hello, my name is George. I'm overweight, bald, I live with my parents, and I don't have a job. And she's like, hi, George. Right? Like, just do the opposite. So this is great. And it's true, if you're meeting guys, for example, that are players, are you meeting them at bars? Are you meeting...
I'm not saying anything.
Right.
But there are several of you out there that are cursing at me right now because you know me.
And here's another one. I hear a lot of women that say, I keep meeting guys that are fixer-upper guys. They're like looking at me to like fix them or save them.
Yeah.
Right? So where are you meeting them? And this is actually an interesting thing because...
Like an AA, probably not great.
Exactly. AA. Or, you just go to like self-development seminars because you want to meet a guy who's like into personal development. Mm-hmm. But all you meet are really great guys that are like on the beginning of their journey.
Yeah.
Right? So you have to do the opposite. So I think Rich makes a great point. Look at what you did in the past. If it didn't work, how can you do the opposite?
Well, sometimes it's as simple as that, just doing the opposite. I would also, just try to expand your horizons a little bit. There are fun things that you can do. Just don't have an expectation on them. Like you can go to speed dating events and go with your girlfriends, and then it'll be really funny. You can compare notes, and, sometimes a bad date or a bad experience ends up being a great story. We've done nothing but tell stories that we can't share on camera today.
Right. No, that's true.
I would just say that. I literally, it sounds so stupid and cliched, but a lot of times when you're just focused on yourself, making yourself the best you that you can possibly be, then you're going to attract the right person.
Exactly. So the other thing I want to say is if you want to meet someone new for 2015, I want you to throw away any notion you have of what doesn't work. Oh, I tried online dating. That doesn't work for me.
Try it again.
I tried Match.com. There are only players on there.
Right.
I tried speed dating. There were, look at your life. Instead of saying that doesn't apply to me or that doesn't work for me, ask this question. How can that work for me?
Sure.
How can that apply to me?
Yeah, like online dating might work for you. You just have to be a little more selective. You have to maybe engage a little bit longer in emails or phone calls or whatever before you first meet.
Or look at your pictures. Look at your profile.
Yeah, please.
Right?
Yeah, update your profile.
For help, right? Ask for help. Go to datingwithdignity.com. We have tons of articles and things like that about how you can actually position yourself in the best light online.
Yeah, if you have like a New Year's 2008 hat on, I'm probably not going to write.
No, that's definitely
true.
We
need an update.
And then the third piece of advice I want to give you is, here we call it make a dating plan. But what that basically means is you have to leave your house. And I love what you said is go different places. If you normally go to the Starbucks down the street,
sure,
go out of your zone of comfort.
There's another Starbucks.
There is another.
Somewhere. Guarantee it.
I bet. You might have to drive really far.
Yeah.
But go out of your normal routine to meet somebody new. I think that we sort of get blind when it's like, when you drive to the same place over and over, you're aware, but you just sort of drive on autopilot.
Yeah.
I think when we go to the same Whole Foods, the same Trader Joe's, the same gym, the same this, we just stop seeing people. We're on our phone. We're not paying attention.
Yeah, it's a great point. We're so connected through technology, but we become so disconnected
from people.
It's just interpersonal interaction. So you might be standing in line at the grocery store checking your Match.com profile, and there's like a great guy standing right there.
Right. So if you go to a different area, it almost forces you to wake up and be more present. So the bottom line is, it can totally happen for you if you do something to make it happen. And I want to finish with something. You said something brilliant. You probably don't even realize it.
I mean, it happens a lot.
You said, don't try. And actually, that's like, if I say, Rich, stand up, you're not going to try. You either stand up or you don't.
Or I don't.
Right?
Yeah.
So the thing is, if you want to meet someone new in 2015, don't try to do it. Go out and do it. We're giving you some big tips.
But just something to add on to that. Don't try, but don't be disinterested. Don't play too cool for school, because guys, we don't like it.
No, absolutely. You have to be interested. And that goes back to make a plan, go out there, get engaged, try new things, and do the opposite, because you will meet someone if you are in action. All right, mwah. Join us on the conversation, #DatingDen. Tell us one new thing you're going to do, the opposite, to meet someone in 2015. You can tweet me and tell me about it at Marni Battista. You can also follow me on Instagram, and that's @DatingWithDignity. And where can you ask Rich out on a date?
You can do that at The Rich Finley on Twitter, and also you can go to my website, richfinley.com, and also come see us.
Yes, come see us
for the
in
Ignite
January.
Your Life event.
Absolutely, it's very soon.
I'll be there.
Information below. Come see him in person. Come give me a hug.
I'll have a hugging booth. Just come by.
See you soon.